have in common? We both have dynasties. This is the Sports Dynasty podcast between yours truly, Trevor and Juan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
That is good. Keep that in mind.
I will keep that in mind. Speaking of New England Patriots, oh man, y'all motherfuckers just don't get it.
They don't get it.
Y'all don't get it.
Starting already, huh?
I'm just gonna put it out there right there. We had a game on Sunday Night Football.
We also have a guest next to us, by the way.
Oh, I'm sorry. Our special guest, who's probably one of the biggest Patriot fans besides us, one who is unbiased, fair, not delusional like those other assholes out there. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mr. Tulio Gomez. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, doing all right. What's going on, y'all? Ready to talk some Patriot football?
Yes, yes.
The objective version of Patriot football.
Yes.
Yes, we're gonna talk.
We had a game on Sunday Night Football against the...
I wish we didn't.
Yeah, I wish I was intoxicated for this game because the fact that I was sober during watching it made me more angrier and angrier. We had a game on Sunday night against the Texans. We have lost that game, 28-22. But the score is very, very inflated because we got our asses kicked.
Destroyed.
Asses kicked. So for those who want to say, "Oh, it was a close game,"
Bullshit.
it was a great comeback. Two garbage time touchdown passes does not count as a comeback when the game was already over with 2 minutes left in the game. Stop it. We were down 28-9 with like 3 minutes left to play in the game. Stop it. This is ridiculous. But where do we begin here? So you please leave the show because I'm about to get angry already. I'm about to get angry.
Look, there are a multitude of problems we got on this team right now.
Okay.
It's December when this team is quote unquote known for being a December team, which I don't know where that myth came from because the last 2 or 3 years we've been pretty fucking bad in December.
Yes, we have.
Yeah. So I don't know where that myth came from, but whatever.
They were 2-2 last year in December. So what's going on here?
Yeah, and the year before that, Miami beat the ever-loving crap out of us in 2017. So where is this myth? And then 2015, we got obliterated all December too. Again, where is this myth that we're good in December? We just play good when we have to. When it matters, that's what it is. And a fan base seems to forget that. This game isn't that important. It was a little important in the sense that we lost the first seed now because of this loss. But at the end of the day, we're still 10-2.
And we were not the first seed last year when we won it all.
No.
The Chiefs were.
Not at all.
Remember that.
Yeah. 2004. What was the first seed? Was it New England Patriots? Oh, wait, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, it was the Steelers.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh.
Pittsburgh was undefeated pretty much.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So then the Patriots has won Super Bowls without being the first seed before.
Of course, yeah.
Like 2001 also.
It does happen.
Huh.
Yeah.
Oh, who knew?
Apparently not these Patriot fans, obviously.
Yeah, these newer little assholes don't get it.
Yeah.
Again, they have like the shortest memory ever. Again, because just 1 year ago, the team was worse than this.
Oh yeah, they were.
Around this time last year, we were 9-5. 9-5 last year.
So
After a loss to the Steelers.
So I don't really get it. But look, I understand where all the doubt and stuff comes from. And what's funny about this fan base that I've learned over this entire year is that there are literally 2 sides of this fan base. Well, I'd say 3. 2 of them are to the extremes. They're the ones that don't want to hear about any negativity, who the super optimists, and then there are the negative Nancy's on the other side who were talking shit about this football team since probably September, saying that we have really big problems, when at the time we didn't have any problems. And then there are the small percentage that we are in the middle, where we're looking at both sides and we're making a real, objective, not subjective like the other 2, objective analysis on where the team is, where the team can go, and what do we think is going to happen. You people make me freaking sick. I'm just going to put it out straight up. Just like a couple weeks ago when Baltimore beat the loving shit out of us, and we all cursed you out. We're not going to go that far this time because we're just wasting our freaking breath at this point. Unless if you guys comment like that, we'll be glad to curse you guys out if you give us views and ratings. But otherwise, we're not doing that right now. It's no point. We're just going to be calm, cool, collected, talk about the problems, see what we think the team's going to do about it. If there's anyone or anything anybody could pick up, any new schemes, whatever, that can fix it. And then we're just going to be a regular old show. That's it. That's what's going to happen today. There's no point of us cursing out this bum-ass fan base. You guys disappoint me this year. You make me sick. I thought we were one of the more smarter fan bases. Like, it's not. Like, it's not.
You know what kills me? Before we move on, when we beat Dallas last week, a lot of the Cowboy fans were ripping us, saying, "Oh, how we did this, how it wasn't fair, how you saw the comments, right?" Next week we lose to the Texans, and I see the same Patriot fans doing the same thing the Cowboy fans did. It's Tuesday, Wednesday, right? We lost, we was moved on to Kansas City, and that's it. But you're still talking about Houston. You're still talking about that game. It's over. After Monday, all right, I can understand Monday. It's Tuesday going on Wednesday, man. Let it go.
Yeah.
Get over it.
I still even know what the hell they were talking about. What flags? Like, what? There were bad flags in this game? I really thought this was probably the best game I've seen the refs call all year, because the rest has been that trash. This game was actually pretty fairly called to me. But whatever. I guess I saw something different.
So some Patriot fans said that the referees were great in the Cowboy game, but horrible in the Houston game. Yeah. How does that make any sense? What? That tripping call was egregious. They should never have been called. But that's it is what it is. But we got the win because Dallas is just that trash. Today in this game, we just weren't prepared. Like we didn't show up. It was kind of like we never like. Then they say, it was the flu. A lot of people were sick. Which is okay.
That's because it's to the point where we had to take 2 planes to get to Houston. Like, that's kind of ridiculous. I never heard something like that before in my life. So that means they were deadly sick. Like, that was pretty bad. So I mean, like, that can be an excuse, but I mean, what we saw on the field, man, like, I don't think that was that much of an excuse. You ain't look that tired to me.
No.
Y'all look like y'all didn't want to be there. You look like y'all was left in freaking Boston. That's what y'all look like.
Yeah, and we're professionals. This is a professional sport. You gotta show up, go to work, regardless.
Word. Yeah.
No excuses to play like a champion, which we are.
And first of all, another thing too, act like y'all been there. The Patriots been to the Super Bowl 9 times in the last 20 years. We've won 6 of them. Act like we've been there. We're witnessing something that will never be duplicated ever again.
Ever.
Act like y'all been there. Y'all making sense the end of the world. Come on, how many times we seen this? Too many. We can all think about different scenarios where they counted us out. 2014 when we lost to the Chiefs on Monday Night Football on the Cincinnati. Remember that game? Come on, I can say more. Like when we had to go with the Arrowhead last year, they saying if D Ford wasn't offside, which they could D Ford, we would lost the game. You know what I'm saying? It happens. Like I said, we said, we had no chance going in the Arrowhead and beating Patrick Mahomes. And for 3 quarters, we've made him made him not obsolete to the 4th quarter. He went crazy, but they do this all the time. Like, act like I've been there. That's what I say.
It's sad. It's really sad at this rate. Like, these optimists talking about there is nothing wrong. The sky will never fall on us, dude. We got problems. We're gonna talk about the problems in a minute.
Or have faith.
Yeah, no.
This is not about having faith. When I see something going on, I'm gonna call them out. That's it. That's what simple. Real fans do. And they're saying, don't put the blame on Brady. Brady wasn't the full problem, but he was an issue. His body language in his game was very concerning. As in, like, he didn't care how he didn't want to be there. He was showing that type of behavior a lot this season, where he's like, "Well, that is what it is. I want to get through the season and get up out of here." You know what I'm saying? But he hasn't played well either. He's not played well. Like, hasn't played well at all. But let's get to the game right now, because a lot of things I had to say about certain things that happened in the game. But what's the first start you want to talk about?
All right, so I don't want. There's no point in talking about the game by play like we usually do. Like, there was nothing good on our side, on either side of the ball, to talk about. So we're just not even gonna go through the game like we usually do. We're just gonna talk about what we saw, what problems were happening, and what can we do about it. That's it.
Okay.
So we're gonna start with the offensive line. So I said this since week 1. I've noticed it instantly. Our right side is bad. Cannon and Shaq Mason are bad.
This year.
Very bad. I don't understand why or how, but they're bad. Shaq Mason is completely having a down year. He was arguably the best guard last year in football. I don't know what happened over a season that he can get this bad, but he's that bad. And Cannon is looking like that age and the injury history caught up.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad. So that is not getting fixed. There is nothing we can do about that. So we're just going to have to suck it up. The only thing that we have going for us is our left side. Joe Tooney is beautiful, thankfully. And Isaiah Wynn, as long as the fat ass doesn't get hurt, we're good. Because he's wonderful too. especially in run blocking. Like, Lord, we should just run there all the time. Doesn't matter if they stack 6 people over there. We still gonna get like 5 yards if we run that left side with those 2 guys. I'm there. So, hey, we'll take it.
And unfortunately, when Ted Karras went down, it was really bad. I'm like, oh, that was really, really bad loss. When he had to be, helped off the field when he got hurt, I'm like, that's not good.
No, we're down to our third center.
Third center. I'm like, this is not good. This is really bad. But for the most part, when I was able to back, it's like, okay, they're running the football a little bit better. My problem was, granted, the offensive line's not good as we want it to be. But when they are protecting, when they are blocking well and protecting, Tom, I don't know what the fuck Brady's doing as far as throwing. There was 3 passes where he complete overthrew the receiver, like 20 yards. For the point where I'm thinking, that's grounding. I'm surprised they didn't call. There's like 3 grounding calls they didn't call. I'm like, yo, that's grounding. Like, who's he throwing it to? Like, it's ridiculous. There's a play where he had, there was 2 guys on Edelman. Edelman had beat both of them. Wide open. If Brady makes that throw, it's a touchdown. And he missed him by like 15 yards. I'm like, yo, what is this? Like, what are you doing? And in certain plays, I'm like, yo, what do you, like, Tom has not played well at all this year. He's not the Tom Brady we used to seeing from 4 or 5 years ago where he can turn it up anytime, anyway. It's not that. This is different. He's 42 years old.
He was barely that guy last year in that Super Bowl run. Remember that. They didn't give him the MVP for a reason.
So, what's wrong with our fan base, and not even just fan base, just everyone that is a football fan in general, are clinging to what he used to be. Since you're clinging to what he used to be, now you're all bashing him for something that it's your fault that you're having those type of expectations. When, again, do you see the age counter? Does that not matter? No one plays this long. So did you really expect for him to continue to play as the best quarterback almost by far some years? No. At 42, you see Cojones over there, like, he's kind of good. Saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you not see Russell Wilson tearing it up? He's kind of good too. Like, these younger guys are going to take over because they're younger. Tom is still wonderful. Don't get it twisted. He's still a top 10. And it's sad the fact that we had to put him in that tier now because he was never a top 10 quarterback 2 years ago. He was always top 2.
Yes.
But when you get older, this is what happens. So if you're expecting to be the same guy to carry a below average roster like he did for the past, 10 years? Like since 05, 06, just about there, you're crazy.
You should have stopped watching after that Eagles Super Bowl loss. That's when you should have stopped watching.
Yeah, that was the last time. That was the last time he was the best quarterback by far. That was it.
These are the same fans that wanted Rob Gronkowski to come back this year.
Oh my God!
Remember that? Just
like,
saying, those fans.
Yeah. Do you not remember what he looked like all of 2018? Do you not remember it? No. If you didn't, then yeah, he wasn't good. He wasn't good. He dragged the last ounce of Gronkowski-ism out of him in those 2 games in the playoffs, the AFC Championship game and the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Before that, he was not Gronkowski even a little bit.
Close. And we saw this coming, people. Too many injuries. Too many back surgeries. Once your back goes, not forget about sports, but in life, that's the beginning of the end.
Yeah. It's the truth. That's God honest truth. So that's what happened to him. So you want him to come back to do what? He wasn't going to fix this. He's not good enough to fix it anymore. So no, that's another problem that the tight end position just screwed.
I thought we were going to draft one. I thought there were a few tight ends.
Dude, there was like 7 tight ends they could have drafted.
We could have drafted, but I don't know. I'm not going to question Bill because in Bill I will always trust. But there were some tight ends on that board we should have picked up. That's all I got to say.
We should have. I 100% agree with you. There were literally like around 7 of them that were at least okay to TJ Hawkinson level. And like we couldn't get somebody. Like TJ Hawkinson was going off. I already knew we weren't gonna draft him. I cried when he got drafted. I was so mad. I wanted him so bad. And no offense, I don't like him that much though.
We weren't getting my Iowa boys.
Yeah. They weren't.
For too much.
So there was Sternberger, there was Irv Smith, a couple of guys that are decent. Sternberger's been hurt though. But Irv Smith's not that bad. He's a good number 2 tight end for Minnesota with Carl Rudolph. Not bad. So we could have used him and Watson together. That's not a bad combination, but we didn't do it. Okay, whatever.
We could have traded for Kyle Rudolph even, but that could have been an option.
But that fell through as well.
Yeah, whatever.
We were so desperate. We were trying to get O.J. Howard.
Instead of Cameron Brate, which I didn't understand that. Cameron Brate's a good guy, and he's a better blocker than O.J. Howard. So why are you trying to get Sir Jobs-a-Lot and O.J. Howard, who literally assisted the defense 2 weeks ago for an interception? That piece of trash. You should have just got Cameron Brate. They're not using Cameron Brate. And doesn't Bill and Tampa Bay have like good connections?
Yes.
You could have gone for like a 6th-round pick.
Something, yeah.
Yeah, to get Cameron Brate, he's not bad. But again, whatever. But that's the next issue here is the receiving corps, because that's to me the only problem with Tom is the fact that you over-exaggerated the expectations for him, because he's actually not doing all that bad outside of the fact that his brain isn't there sometimes. Like he kind of has these type of throws that were just like hello, and you're throwing a who, but otherwise, he's fine. It's just now the next issue, which is the biggest issue in the team. We have no pass catchers outside of one. We have a 33, right?
33.
Your old slot receiver is a number one receiver, which usually isn't a problem, but it is a problem when, the line isn't good, the running game isn't that good because the line isn't that good, and then you got a whole bunch of children playing.
Literally, children.
Children. Like, that's a problem. People talking about we got rid of Josh Gordon and all that. Am I the only one that thought that Josh Gordon wasn't that good with us anyway? Am I the only one?
I agree with you. First of all, not only was his skill declining, but he probably brought some issues as far as being a role model, because he never played a full season. He's had problems since middle school.
That's what I'm saying. So what's this Josh Gordon crap? He wasn't that good. He was doing what Mohamed Sanu can easily do when he has a good ankle. So, what's the problem? He was doing stuff that Brandon LaFell did.
Literally, that's a good comparison. Great comparison.
Brandon LaFell was great in 2014. He did exactly what Josh Gordon was doing. So, and that wasn't all that. So then, what's the problem? Josh Gordon isn't going to fix what's going on now. So then, come on now. And you got Antonio Brown. So look, Antonio Brown, we can talk about that for a good hour. But
he's not coming back.
I don't think he's coming back. The NFL's not gonna let this happen because they don't know what's going on in court. So they not gonna bring him back. So y'all need to stop talking about that. That's pissing me off because it's making me mad. Because I want him back too. But just too much stuff going on the courthouse and all that. Did he even have his trial? No, right? No. NFL's not gonna let him come back if all the off-field stuff is still going on. So just get that out your brains. So now everybody's blaming on the wide receivers. So much Quinn Mars isn't all that, and N'Keal Harry isn't all that. Okay, now let's talk. I actually like what I see from Jacoby Myers.
I do too.
It's just he's raw.
Both of them.
Yeah, he's raw. And when the other elements are coming in, what can he possibly do? He is a slot receiver at the end of the day. A very raw one. It's not like when we were easily able to plug in Amendola like that because he was a veteran. He already knew what's up. This is a child. I think he gets open. He has great running skills. And he has decent hands, too. He could work on that a little bit. But he got decent hands. I love what I'm seeing from him. But what can he do when he's the number 2 receiver when he should be number 4 right now?
And he used to be a quarterback in college. And our offense is complicated for receivers.
But people seem to forget that, too.
Exactly. Remember Chad Ochocinco people? Chad Johnson?
A lot of receivers don't work here for a reason. And now N'Keal Harry, people trying to call crazy on him. Look, the dude was injured the whole season. That was his 3rd or 2nd game?
This is his 3rd game.
That was his 3rd game. And it's December. You expect him to pick it up in December when he had no reps? What did you expect he was going to be like? What did you expect? He got dealt such a bad hand. Now Patriots fans are going on him. No. He was injured the whole easy stretch, which would have built him up for plays like this.
Yes.
But since he got thrown to the fire on the hardest stretch, he's getting locked up because he hasn't played. So leave the kid alone. I'm telling you, he would have been so good. I'm so sure of it if he started and never got hurt. If he never got hurt, he would have been good now. All right? But I listen to Pro Football Focus.
So do I.
And I love them most of the time. Because they're a little too antsy on numbers, and numbers don't tell the whole story. But, again, That's what they're built for. They are the numbers company.
Yeah.
And they've been kind of killing N'Keal Harry before he got drafted, saying that he's not really good at separation, which has been the case so far. So why I'm mentioning them is because they said something that I 100% agree with and gave a nice comparison too. He doesn't get open. He's a good catch in traffic guy and catch over Mostovich guy. That's what he is. Okay, so why are we using him in some of the slot stuff if he doesn't get open? Don't you need to get separation to be a good slot receiver?
Yeah, of course.
If he can't get open that way, why are you putting him in that type of position? Same thing on the outside. If you need to get separation to be an outside receiver, why is he completely doing that? Why aren't you making him do what Marcus Colston used to do in the Saints?
Yes.
He was slow as hell. He couldn't run. I'd be surprised if he couldn't barely run a 4.7. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't even know. He was slow as crap. He was too big to be a receiver, but too small to be a tight end type of guy. So the Saints used his skill set and used him the way you're supposed to use him. So why don't we use him like that, like Marcus Colston?
That's a great question.
And Marcus Colston was good in the Saints system. He was great. So if we could get that, you don't think that'll fix the problems?
Of course it would.
So use him like that. Use him just like the Saints use Marcus Colston. And he's going to be a great kid. I'm telling you. At least for now, then you can develop him to get the separation skills, develop him. He's with Edelman. You think Edelman can't teach him how to do that? You know what I'm saying? He's with Edelman. He has a good offseason with Edelman and Brady. Watch next year be a breakout. I'm telling you. But don't blame him for a lot of these problems when this was his third game of the season and this was one of our hardest games. This is the hardest game yet, actually. Next week's a different story. But this is the hardest game yet. Don't blame him if he couldn't win. A lot of those matchups against NFL corners when it was his third game. Come on, guys.
And Bradley Roby, too. He's really, really good.
He's
a
champion. He's a
He'd have
good
problems-
player.
We have problems against that man.
And he was a third-string corner, but he was with Akeem Talib and Chris Harris.
Exactly.
Top 5, top 10
Exactly.
cornerbacks.
I think he's drafted in the first round or second round
Yeah,
as well.
he was. So that was a good player he was going up against. When he destroyed him, I'm not surprised. That's a number one corner in a decent amount of teams. So, come on now. So you need to leave the kid alone. And the final, not problem, but the observation is that defense let it go.
I'm not gonna lie to you, they've held it down for 11 straight games. So I knew that since they're holding it down for so long, they're on the field for a long time most of the time, because we punt the ball so many times, like 67 times we punched the ball this season through 12 games, which is the most in NFL right now. I'm not surprised that they let it go. Listen, you can only do but so much. Mm-hmm. So that's why I'm saying I give them a pass for this game. I give them a pass because they've been so good. But we need to see better for them going forward. Now, if they do this again next week against the Chiefs, then we're going to have a problem. But the offense has been the problem all year. You can only do but so much. So
yeah,
that's why I say I gave them a pass.
Yeah, they do get a pass. They weren't good, but they do get a pass for the game. I was saying that. Like, they've been perfect for 11, 12 straight weeks. Like, they have every right to have, 10 because of Baltimore. They have every right to have a bad game. Every right to have a bad game. So then leave them alone. What I will say, though, is that I didn't like the coaching aspect on defense. Like, we were running zone for a half.
Yeah.
So Deshaun Watson, that quarterback,
Uh-oh.
isn't he good?
He's really good.
He's pretty good, right?
He won the championship in college. So
Right? Doesn't he know how to read defenses?
Yes.
really damn well.
Doesn't he have a top 3 receiver in his team?
Yes.
So then why almost came out. Why are we running zone against a guy who knows how to play offense? Zone does not work against a guy who knows how to thread the needle.
Or two guys that know how to play offense, because Will Fuller as well.
Yeah,
Still,
yeah.
You know
what I'm saying?
get that one guy going and
he easily goes over the top. Which usually beats zones. So we're not known for pass rush. So if we're not good at pass rushing, why are we running zone so much? That's why I didn't appreciate. I was mad that they low-key kind of disrespected Deshaun Watson to me running that bitch zone, that cover 2 crap. I don't understand why they're doing that. So that was a big reason why we were getting obliterated in the first half. Once we got to man, we started getting sacks and stuff because they were starting to get locked up. Oh, wow. I didn't know we were a man coverage defense. So that was the biggest thing I had to say about that. Now the Stefan Gilmore versus the DeAndre Hopkins World Heavyweight Championship match, as everybody wanted to put it that way. Well, like, who won the match? I still say Stefan won the match. What, he got like 4 for 60? That's not that good. He got targeted, 5 times? No, I think 6 times or 5, something like that. Very low. I'd say Stefan won that match.
Yeah.
It wasn't 0.
Especially for while they were clicking. Houston was clicking on offense.
Yeah. So, yeah, we still got the Defensive Player of the Year.
And wasn't Jason McCourty hurt?
Yes, still here. Yes.
So
We didn't have our third or second corner. You know.
That explains a lot. Hello.
Yeah. Hope to Jesus he comes next week because we're playing against Patrick Cojones and the Kansas City Chiefs at home at least. So
thank God.
So if we play like this will happen again. So we have to hope that our offense does something, anything, to have a chance. Because if we play like this, we're getting blown out again. So you can't contain them that long.
Well, Kansas City's defense, we should be able to do something.
The S word, should.
That's what I'm saying. Should. Capital should, exclamation mark.
Should.
Because if we do not, then I don't know what it's going to look like on this podcast.
We're getting blown out.
And also, Josh McDaniels, stop being cute with the play calling, man. Like, just do I felt that he was just doing. Our offense this season hadn't warranted you to make any fancy plays. Like, this is what had me literally damn near cursing everybody out in this bar we was at. 4th and inches. Brady is one of the best in the league in quarterback sneaks for first downs on 4th and inches. You know, like those type of positions. You do a play action pass. He gets it off, thank goodness. But Muhammad Sanu drops the ball.
Brady can't even run. Why does he play? That's what I'm trying to think. I was thinking the same exact thing.
Like why? Like, that's dumb. Like, I could have said 4th and 2. All right, whatever. We're down by 15, 18 points. All right, I get it. But why? That was stupid.
Yeah, and people are talking about, oh, that was a great play call. You're only saying that because the ball got there.
Exactly.
So, because he got bailed out from a drop.
Don't get cute. Don't get
No, it was
cute.
not that good of a play call.
It was terrible. And I'm like, yo, what are you doing? And then it was like, they kept trying to run the ball. Even though I get why Houston was not really well, but JJ Watt being gone, you can run the ball on them. But you know what it was? We just like Juan said, like I think offensively they're kind of like disrespecting them a little bit in a way, saying, yo, well they ain't shit. We can do whatever we want to do. But no, not what happens when the offense is playing like that. It's terrible. Like it didn't make no sense to me.
So for the Kansas City game, see, every instinct in my body will not let me pick them to win the game. The analytics side is like, yeah, I don't see how they don't win this game. My body's like the homer, the Patriot fan coming like, no, we're not losing. So I'm not gonna pick anybody. I'm not picking no one to win nothing. That's the one game I'm not picking. So I'm having an internal war with this. But I will say all this. I wouldn't be surprised if we lose, and I don't really give a rat's ass if we lose, to be 100% honest. I don't really care. As long as we get a bye, that's all I care about. The only difference is that now that Houston has a win over us, we can't lose many more games. Luckily, after this game, we won't lose anymore. So the worst case scenario, we're 10-2, right? The worst case scenario is 13-3 because Buffalo's not beating us. Don't get it twisted. At home, no, stop it. We'll be all right. So we'll more than likely be a second seed at this rate because I don't know about Baltimore losing any more games either. Because they're just, they're world beaters and they beat everybody and whatever with a short bus offense. So we'll be 13-3 second seed, which is crazy. How are you 13-3 with second seed? That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Wow, how top heavy this NFL is. So we'll probably have to go to Baltimore. I'm not scared of Baltimore at all. I don't know about y'all. I'm not scared of them.
We went over there.
If anything, the biasness in me loves this. Because it'll make it that much sweeter when you put a fucking stomp a mud hole in their ass and beat them.
Players will be more experienced, and Belichick will throw everything out there.
Yeah, I'm saying. I can't wait for that. So, I won't be upset if Kansas City wins. I trust us in January. So, let Andy Reid, one of the better regular season coaches out there, do whatever the hell he wants to do on Sunday. He can have to win if he wants. I don't really give a crap. Because I know if they have to come to our house again in January, he will, just him alone, will find a way to lose the game. So I don't really care.
I've been saying that for the longest now.
His whole career.
Andy Reid is known for that. Like, he'll find his way. And last year, how Kansas City was like, oh, Kansas City are the world beats, blah, blah, blah. And I told people, and they called me a hater, called me a homer because they're all your homer, whatever. And I said, listen, Andy Reid will find a way to lose the game for the Chiefs in the postseason. Me personally, I think the Patriots are going to lose this game against the Chiefs Sunday. I think they're going to lose because I had them losing this game anyway. I had them picking winning against Houston and probably losing to the Chiefs. But if they play the way they did in Houston, the way again this week, I don't see how they win this game.
We're getting blown out. That happens.
Yeah, of course. I think they're going to lose this game. But I think with that being said, like I said, 13-3 is my pick anyway. I said it before the season, 13-3.
That's what I had too, 13-3 at the beginning of the season.
13-3 was my minimum. So I'm not surprised. If we win the game, great. We have to worry about everything else. We worry about Baltimore later. But right now, we got to take one game at a time, whatever. And I'm tired of Patriot fans saying, oh, well, if we play them in Foxborough, it's a different story. Home and away thing doesn't matter in the playoffs. Baltimore beat us in the playoffs twice in Foxborough. Twice. So what are you talking about? That doesn't mean anything.
We beat Kansas City in their house.
We beat Kansas City in their house. And they're saying, we can't win on the road on the playoffs.
Baltimore beat that 2012 Denver team at Denver.
Yeah.
Right before they came to ours and smacked us up.
The Colts in 2014 smacked the shit out of Denver in the divisional round.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, smacked the shit out of them, embarrassed them. You know what I'm saying? So it can be done. It can be done. So don't say that. Oh, we're in Foxborough. It's gonna help us. It doesn't help us anything. It doesn't mean nothing. Mark Sanchez beat us in Foxborough. So stop. I can't believe I said that. It is true.
It is the truth. That's the worst game I've ever seen us play. That was the worst game and most embarrassing game I've ever fucking seen.
So, you know.
So, big guest, what you got? What you got to say about any of this?
Man, I don't want to pick neither. I really don't. I just know we need to do something.
So then give me some insight. Everything we talked about today in this episode, give me some insight. What you think?
I hope our two corners are back because we're going to need them because they have some really, really fast receivers. Really, really fast receivers. Like, these guys can run.
And John Jones didn't have a good game, so that's a little scary.
Exactly.
Yeah, he didn't have a good game. He was pretty bad yesterday.
We need J-Mac. We need him back. Bad. And as far as offense, I'm not going to be too worried because I see who we're going against as far as their defense. And they don't have anybody over there. They only have Tyrann Mathieu, but what is he when you're a one-man show? So
yeah, we should run the ball down their throats.
That's what I'm saying. That's
what should happen.
Ground and pound. This is if any game is a ground and pound game, this is it. Have Brady throw less than 30 passes.
Yeah, that's what should happen, and play action to death. That should be the way we play. Period.
That's what I'm saying.
We called that. We called that early. We called that in the Miami game a couple of months ago. We said that don't have them throw the ball 30 times. Nobody 30 times.
Exactly.
They run the ball,
Exactly.
and that's it. Like it's not easy. It's a 42-year-old man. But like I said, I always said the Chiefs because how we be playing. I don't want them. I want the Patriots to win every game. Of course, that's the fan in me. But I gotta be realistic. If we play the way we played in Houston, we're gonna lose to the Chiefs. Maybe make it blow it out possibly if we play like that.
We are not possibly.
So and then this defense is horrible. They should be able to feast on it. If you can't feast on that, then I don't know what to tell you. It can't get eaten easier than that. But we'll see what we gotta do, man. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. It's not the end of the world if we lose. By the way, like I said, it's not the biggest deal. Little alarming, but again, we've seen this story multiple times. So we'll be all right at the end of the day. We're the New England Patriots.
Six times Super Bowl champs. We gonna be okay.
It'll be all right.
Relax, motherfuckers.
It'll be all right.
Yes.
Anyway. That all said, like, rate, subscribe, share it to everyone. Everyone. Whether a sports fan, I don't care. You tell them. Maybe they have sports friends and they want to hear this. Show this to all Patriots fans you know, because they need to hear this too, because they're part of the problem.
They're definitely going to comment on this. I'll tell you that much. Oh, they're coming.
Craig, we're very interested in what you're going to think about this when you hear this. Man, we're very different what you're going to think about this.
We're on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartradio, Stitcher Radio, Google Play. There you go. That's one I forgot the last one.
Okay.
We're on a lot of networks, so there is no excuse not to come listen to this.
You're not going to want to miss it, man.
Yup. So with that all said, we love you. Peace out.